Hey, what's going on guys? My name's Anthony or Big B Stats, and today I'm going to be talking about 54 things you should know about Fortnite Chapter 2 Battle Royale. Also, if you guys can show your support and use my creator code, it will be super appreciated. Thank you so much. Sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video. Alright, so first up, I want to talk about getting materials from your own builds and kind of debunking that, because a lot of people think that you can actually get builds from your own materials, and I've tried this out a couple times, and if you're just doing this at a glance, it does look like you are getting materials from it, but this might be a bug, because if you look, I have 89 wood over there. I just broke it, but it shows like I gained 2, but yet my wood actually didn't change at all. So yeah, that's something that you should know, that you cannot get materials from your own build, just because I've been hearing that going around a lot of people have been saying that you can actually get materials from your own builds and other people's builds, but as far as your own builds, you cannot get materials from. So do bear that in mind, just in case if you think that, let's say you're out of materials and you've just kind of started breaking your own materials here and there, thinking that you will get 1 or 2 pieces to add up to at least 10, it will not work. So that is number 1, ladies and gentlemen. You should definitely know that in Fortnite Chapter 2, just in case anyone has told you that, hey, break your walls or break other walls and get materials from it. You will not get any. Alright, next up, I want to talk to you guys about llamas. Yes, llamas are in the game still. They might be a little bit harder to find just because it's a really big map and a lot of open areas. But yes, llamas are in the game, but llamas are actually nerfed. Yes, you're probably wondering like, wait, why would they nerf llamas? I have no idea, but llamas are nerfed. You don't get as much ammo as you did before from them. As far as the materials you do, but ammo you get about 54 AR. For number 3, we have 3D audio, and if you're on console, it says like 3D headphones, so I would suggest putting that on and getting used to it. Might sound a bit different at first, but I find it really helpful, and yeah, helps out a lot, especially if you're using good headphones, because you'll be able to tell exactly where enemies are and exactly where those annoying chests might be. For number 4, we got ourselves new ammo boxes. So if you're just mining about or just kind of, you know, being around in the house breaking stuff, notice that there is new ammo boxes, and they actually are a lot better than the normal ammo crates. They actually give you shield, so you get loads of more ammo and you also get shield from it. So I think this is super good and something to really pay attention to if you're in Battle Royale. For number 5, we have ourselves brand new super chests. So super chests sound a bit different from normal chests, and yeah, you tend to get better stuff out of it. So just in case if you hear kind of like a ringing bell and it sounds different, chances are it's a super chest. Alright, number 6, we can actually swim. So you can actually swim in Fortnite Chapter 2. So wherever you see water, you can actually swim. You can press the jump button to kind of jump and dive and things like that. You also cannot take out fish in the water like this, so don't try it. No fishes were harmed during this video. But yeah, you can now swim. I think it's a really cool feature and great mobility. Number 7, we have boats. So there isn't a lot of mobility at all, but Fortnite did add in boats now, so you can use boats to kind of drive around. So yeah, that's a very cool feature. So remember, if you do see some boats here and there, remember, think about it, you can possibly drive it. Number 8, these boats actually shoot rockets. So just don't think that you have just the mobility of the boat. Like, it will do some damage. Or let's say if you're in Battle Royale and you hear this missile sound, pay attention to the sounds and what they are, because these are new weapon sounds. So if you hear this, someone's probably on a boat and shooting rockets. Number 9, we actually have brand new campfires. So if you see these cool looking campfires, it's not just for design, you can actually use them. So yes, brand new campfires are now added. Alright, number 10, you can actually relight these campfires. So any campfire you see or use, you can relight it. Takes 300 wood, so yeah, it costs a lot of wood to actually relight it, but it's worth it. Number 11, fishing rods and fishing. So fishing is now in the game, in Fortnite Chapter 2. So if you think you don't have a lot of loot, trust me, go fishing, and I'm gonna show you guys how to get some really good loot from doing this. Number 12, umbrellas are actually bouncy. So if you see some umbrellas over here at, let's say, Sweaty Sands or anywhere else, remember they're bouncy. It's a good way to fight opponents like this. They won't expect it. Number 13, a brand new burst assault rifle. So just in case you pick this up or you hear a weapon that doesn't sound, like you've ever heard it before, could be this brand new burst rifle. Number 14, coconuts are still in the game, coconuts and apples. So just in case if you're wondering, like, oh man, they took away a lot of consumables, you can still get coconuts. Number 15, we have brand new bushes. Now these bushes are amazing. I don't know if they're a bit OP yet, but however, you cannot see an enemy if they're actually really in it, and plus you can shoot out of it as well. Number 16, how to get really good loot from fishing. So if you see these little puddles here that are kind of, they look like they need to be something fish out of it, make sure you fish it, and once it plops, just pull the trigger back and you should be able to get yourself some really good loot. So these little puddles are like guaranteed good loot. For the most part, you can get yourself weapons, legendary weapons. I've gotten the legendary attack from it before. And also they have flopper fish, slurp fish, and yeah, look at that, a blue AR. Number 17, a brand new pump design. So you may notice that the pump looks a bit different. Kind of looks a little bit like the pump mixed with the combat. Number 18, we have ourselves a brand new workbench. So you can actually upgrade weapons now. So as you can see, I can upgrade this FAMAS, I can upgrade this pump, but remember it costs. So it costs materials. So for weapons like this, it costs 250 of each material, and then I can get myself a purple tactical shotgun. Doesn't take long to actually upgrade, but yeah, it costs materials, so do bear that in mind. And the more you kind of upgrade, the more materials it costs. So to get a legendary attack, 350 of each, but totally worth it. Number 19, new palette design. So palettes actually look a lot different. They look a little bit more rusty. They look more realistic at least, and they don't look so vibrant as before. So do bear that in mind that yes, these are palettes. Number 20, you can get Slurp from Slurpy Swamp throughout tanks and trucks. Anything that has Slurp on it, if you break it and you're near it, you'll get yourself some shields. So this is super good being that they took slurps out of the game. There is still a way to get shield, but Slurpy Swamp is definitely the place to go if you want to get some shield. Number 21, I'm going to talk to you guys about constant slurp. So basically what this is we have two pools here. So we have two slurp pools inside, and there's also a slurp pool outside, which you can see on the map. These don't really show up on the map, but however, inside this little warehouse, you can just sit here and get shields. So that's a really cool thing here if you're really low on shields. And then of course, outside, if you just stand in any of the blue water, your shield will go up. So super good if you're low on health. Make sure to come here and get some shield if it's still in zone. Number 22, you can hide in trash cans now. So all you do is just do the interact on a trash can that you see that allows you to do it, and you can hide in trash cans. You can also pop out and surprise your enemy and shoot them, which is very good, and the enemies won't be able to spot you inside of this at all. So they have no way of telling that you're inside of the trash can unless they go to throw something away, of course. Number 23, Slurp Mushrooms. Now you will be able to also find Slurp Mushrooms also outside in the forest around Slurpy Swamp. Just another way to kind of heal up again, being that Slurp juices aren't in the game. Number 24, you can actually ride boats on land. So if you're wondering, like, okay, there isn't really much mobility around and the boat is in the water, feel free to take that boat, put it on land, and drive it. Trust me, a lot of people do it. It's very effective and will get you to that next zone in no time. Being that we have to run so far as well, it's a great way to move around. Number 25, you might actually find yourself an actual zip line. So zip lines are in the game, just in case you're wondering, where can I find zip lines? They're not in the game anymore. Yes, there is certain zip lines in certain places, and I will also show you more as well. 26, the Bandage Bazooka. So the Bandage Bazooka actually takes up 2 spots in your inventory instead of 1. So if you're thinking about carrying the Bandage Bazooka, again, it will take up 2 spots and not 1. Also with the Bandage Bazooka, a cool thing is that you can heal yourself, and the best thing is you can heal yourself to 100 HP, not 75. Number 28, console actually has a brand new confirm edit on release. I suggest giving it a shot, trying it out and seeing what you like. Basically, you can edit without confirming it. 29, you can join your friend's match and watch them in game. So if you see to the right here, you join your friend, let's say in a lobby, they're playing a solo, you can join into their lobby and just spectate them. So that's a really cool feature there. Instead of just listening to them say, hey, I'm in a game right now, it's like 2 people left, you can actually spectate them and see exactly what they're doing. Number 30, you can actually hide in hay bales. So typically the circle ones that kind of look exactly like this, and plus the hide icon pops up, you can hide in hay bales. So not just trash cans, also hay bales. Number 31, upside down chest. So I thought this was a pretty cool thing here. And again, with these super chests here or level 2 chests, you can actually find them upside down. Number 32, a brand new pistol. So there's 2 pistols in the game here, well, the same one, different rarity. And as you can see, the fire rate is amazing, and I highly suggest checking it out. It does really good damage. Number 33, mushrooms are still in the game. So if you do see some mushrooms in the forest and you don't have shield, make sure you consume them. Number 34, gas stations will actually explode if you shoot it. So if you do see an enemy by a gas station, maybe not shoot them, shoot the tank and see what happens. Number 35, something to really pay attention to, and I think this is a very big tip here, is to recognize when the water is going upstream or downstream. Right now I'm going downstream. As you can see, I'm swimming really quick and I can move very quick and rotate quick. And here is upstream and I'm not going anywhere. Number 36, you can actually fish rod players. So yeah, I thought this was pretty cool. So not only can you do this to, you know, fish and weapons and things like that in the water, you can also fishing rod players, whether that be your teammate or enemies. Number 37, Retail Row actually has the power lines, but they're actually zip lines. So yeah, now this will also get you across the map as well. So this is very important for rotations. So remember this. Number 38 has a lot to do with fall damage here. So no matter the height that you're at, if you fall into water, you won't take any fall damage. So I think that's really important. Let's say you're in a big build fight or something, and let's say you want to just jump off of it and kind of lose height on purpose. Pay attention to if there's any water around. Maybe you can get a lucky landing in the water and skip just the whole taking damage at all. So I highly suggest doing this if it just so happens that you're around water when building. Number 39, new default skin. So there's actually about 8 default skins in the game now. They look a lot better than last season. Number 40, so at the power plant area, which is called Steamy Stats, these things here you're actually able to glide in. Now they're not like power plant before, as far as like it would, you know, boost you really high. You can pretty much rotate across the map with this. It doesn't get you that high, but again, this is some type of form of rotation, I would say. But yeah, just be mindful that you won't go too far with it. But again, this is probably like the only way to really get in the air right now, other than, of course, when you jump out the bus. Number 41, the storm change. So the storm looks completely different. If you didn't notice, it's a lot better, has better sounds like an actual storm. You can see through it, so be careful that people don't storm hold you. Number 42, which is going to be about in-game medals. So while you're playing, you'll notice that you'll get a lot of in-game medals just from simply surviving or anything like that. Also, if you look down at the very bottom, there's like a purple bar thing. This is like for your XP as well. So pay attention to that. Again, the in-game medals. Also, it shows you again how far you are in level from leveling up. So yeah, I thought that was really cool. So something to pay attention to in game, but it might be causing lag right now, to be fair. Number 43, you get this umbrella when you win your very first game in Chapter 2. So it's called Downpour, and probably one of the coolest looking umbrellas out there. So once you get that Victory Royale in any game mode, you'll get this umbrella. Number 44, supply drops look a little bit different. They come down on a pallet here, which I thought this was a really cool thing to see here. Not that you think it's something different. It's an actual supply drop, but yeah, comes down on a pallet. 45, a brand new map. How could I forget to mention that? We have a brand new map. Now, again, it's completely different. There's a few favorites, of course, like Salty Springs, Retail Row, but a new map. New graphics as well. Graphics are way better than the last season, so something to kind of take into consideration when you're playing. 47, you can actually carry teammates. So this is really cool, and you can also throw them as well. And you can also, you know, kind of take enemies if you like. All right, 48, very cool here. If they're in the water, they actually get a floaty. So while you're knocked and down in the water, you get a floaty, and you can also kind of swim towards your teammate. Number 49, make sure to check your settings. When I first got on Fortnite Chapter 2, all my settings were just changed. Sprint by default was off, other things were changed and reset. So make sure to check your settings, go into creative mode, test out and make sure it's all the same. Again, something to pay attention to. Number 50, the Battle Pass. So if you look at the very bottom, it now shows you like where your friends are in reference to the Battle Pass. I thought this was really cool. I don't think I even noticed this in the last one, if this was in Chapter 1. But yeah, Chapter 2, you can now see where your friends are in the Battle Pass. Let me know if this is something that was already in Chapter 1, but I don't recall ever seeing it. So yeah, you can kind of keep up with your friends if you like and see where they are in the Battle Pass. Number 51, bots. Yes, bots are in the game. Now, not only can you be calling players bots, they're actually bots, which means there's like AI, artificial intelligence. They won't build and won't really shoot back, but yeah, there we have it. 52, if you go to the edge of the map, it actually brings you back. So remember, if you just needed to kind of die quick in the game, you would jump off the bus, kind of go into the water and reset. Well, you can't really do that now. Let's say you're in a boat and you swim to the edge, it just turns you around. And as you can see, I'm swimming here. I don't straight die. I'm just swimming completely off the map, and I actually bump into a barrier here. So there's no more like instant death when landing in the water. 53, arena squads. So grab your squad, play an arena, and yeah, get yourself some siphon. All right, 54, we've made it to the end. And what I want to say is just have fun, enjoy the game, take this time to also learn as well, being that this new Chapter 2 just came out. And yeah, take your time. It still feels a bit different, might be a bit, you know, glitchy or laggy, and the frames might be a bit crazy. Hopefully in the near future that will be fixed. But again, have fun, take your time, and remember that, you know, it's a brand new map. It's going to take some time to learn and learn the rotations. But overall, again, have fun. Thank you all so much for watching. Remember to leave a like and share it. Also feel free to subscribe for more. And if you're new to the channel, and I will see you all in the next video.